Welcome back to day 2 of the Innerglow meditation challenge. Yesterday we practiced a breathing meditation where we were able to notice when our mind wandered off and gently return our attention back to the breath. Today we're going to go a little bit deeper with that practice. We're going to focus a little more on the space between when we initially notice that our mind has been pulled by a thought or an emotion or by a sensation, and when we bring it back to the breath. Because really in that space is where our power lies to choose our response. So in our day-to-day, we have things happening to us and we oftentimes respond habitually. But with this practice that we're going to be doing today and really noticing that after each stimuli, there is that space where we get the opportunity to choose. We'll be able to show up in our lives and respond more intentionally to things rather than just responding based on habit. And in addition to that, one thing that we're going to bring more attention to today is that in each moment, right, each time that our attention gets pulled, or each time that something happens in our day-to-day lives, we have the opportunity to begin again, the opportunity to start over again. Whether we liked what happened or whether we didn't like what happened, we always have the next moment. So that's really what we're going to be cultivating in today's practice. So you can allow yourself to get comfortable. If you're sitting down, let your feet be firmly planted on the ground. You can also be sitting on a cushion. Allow your spine to be long. Rest your hands gently in your lap, and then allow your eyes to close or gaze down at a point on the ground in front of you. And for today's practice, we're going to start off by just noticing the thoughts that are in our head right now. And we aren't going to try to push them away. We're just going to notice all the thoughts and allow them to be there and really just allow them to settle. And what you'll notice is that as one thought settles, it's probably replaced by another thought. And you can just observe that new thought that comes up as well. And then you can allow your current thought to settle. And then let your full awareness just rest on your breath. Taking a full deep inhale into the nostril. Noticing the abdomen rise. And then exhaling out of your mouth. Another full deep breath just like that. And exhale out, and notice as the muscles soften. And take another deep inhale. Noticing the belly rise and the rib cage expand. And exhale out of your mouth. Awesome. Now return your breathing back to its normal rhythm. the breath to flow easily and naturally. And then as your mind wanders to perhaps a thought, you can just notice how your habitual response might be to really get pulled by the thought and whatever the story may be. But with your attention placed on the thought, you now have the opportunity to choose your response. So in this particular case, we're going to just choose to gently return our awareness back to our breath. And each time you notice your attention wander to a thought or an emotion or a body sensation, you can just curiously notice it, acknowledging that the mind is doing what it's supposed to do, doing what it naturally does. And then gently allow yourself to start over again. And with a sense of ease, just return your attention back to your breath, noticing the sensations that you have in your nostril on the inhale and on the exhale. can just allow yourself to remain aware, notice what comes up, and then as you notice it, just give yourself the chance to start over again and simply return back to breath. And perhaps you can allow yourself to feel good about noticing. Maybe you want to say, "Great job." Or you can just smile if you notice a thought and notice you're able to return back to breath really gently. Turning a situation that might normally be perceived as frustrating really into just another opportunity. A chance to choose to start over again. And as we approach the end of our practice today, then just notice how it felt, or notice how it feels to move between the thought and the breath. And at your own pace, you can slowly allow the eyes to flutter open and return your full awareness back to the space around you. Amazing. Shout out to you for completing day 2 of the challenge. One question that meditators often have is, how often should I be meditating, or for how long should I be meditating? So the recommended amount of time for someone who's beginning, the max amount of time will be around 20 minutes. And if you're meditating less than that, that is totally fine as well. And sometimes it's helpful to bookend your day, so having 2 meditations during the day, one in the morning, one in the evening, or having shorter meditations throughout the day. So you can play with that and figure out what works for you. You definitely don't want to spend the entire day meditating, because we have to be with real life as well. And as far as time of the day, the morning oftentimes works really well to start a new habit. So if you want to do this independently, that's something you can maybe work into your morning routine, because that's when we tend to have the most willpower. So we'll discuss habits a little more as we continue the series. But thank you so much for being part of today. And if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section or DM us at InnerglowNY. Have a great rest of your day.